Buckle up, because this courtroom just lit up. Today's case, People versus Colette Haynes. A defendant battling more than just the system sees, juggling health crises, miscommunication with attorneys, and a ticking clock of legal obligations. The prosecutor's coming in sharp, the judge isn't buying excuses, and the tension builds fast. Will Colette's explanation of a diabetic emergency be enough to save her bond? Or is this a slow-motion legal Stick around, because the stakes rise with every line end. This ending is one you don't want to miss.
Colette Haynes.
All right.
Thank you. In regards to the PCC, Your Honor, we are requesting an adjournment just for some continued negotiations.
All right. With reference to the violation.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Haynes is prepared to admit to the bond violation today and provide an explanation.
All right. I'll accept the admission, but what's the explanation?
Your Honor, it does state in the bond violation report that on the 22nd, when she reported she was visibly ill at the time, she explained to me that she has diabetes, and shortly after that went into DKA and did have to be hospitalized for a few days. So unfortunately, she ended up missing that new scheduled appointment as well as her first PCC. After missing the PCC, she did contact me, and we worked to get this case set to do a bench warrant recall. So she is willing to test. She is willing to comply on bond. She is sorry that she missed that appointment, and she's hoping to have an opportunity to go touch base with community corrections today and reschedule.
Thank you.
But okay, I hear what you're saying, but when I look at this, all of the events that I have in this.
Here's where things start to spiral. Colette claims she didn't know she could walk back into community corrections, blaming a lack of clarity and conflicting instructions from her attorney. But let's pause. If you have a warrant out and you're unsure what to do, wouldn't you do? The judge clearly isn't buying it tanned, neither would most. This moment showcases a common pitfall in court cases, relying on "I didn't know" as a defense. Viewers, what do you think? Does this sound like genuine confusion or a way to buy more time? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Occurred at basically toward the end of September.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm now almost 30 days out and nothing's been corrected.
And Ms. Haynes indicated to me that she wasn't aware that she needed to make contact with community corrections because she had the bench warrant.
I didn't know that I can just go back there and.
Yeah, but once the bench warrant was cleared, she still. That doesn't even make any sense to me.
They told me that I had to wait when first they told me I had to do it online.
Do what online?
For the bench warrant.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I didn't know that the warrant was cleared until I come to court today. And I thought I needed another referral to go back to community corrections. I didn't know I could just walk back in there and do it all over again with a warrant. I tried to come up here and walk in on a warrant, but they told me that they only do it once a month, at the end of the month on Wednesdays. And that would have been yesterday, but I had received a.
Yeah, but where were you between that? All of this occurred September 2nd. I get what counsel's telling me, that at some point you're in the hospital for a few days. So even if that takes me to the end of September, which is giving a lot of grace just in terms of time, I'm now here on the 23rd and nothing.
Because they told me that I could not walk in on the warrant. And I didn't know that I could just go back to community corrections.
You have an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And Your Honor,
I was contacting the attorney, and when I was contacting the attorney, she was telling me that she didn't even, well, it was a he. It wasn't even her. It was a whole different attorney I had. We were texting back and forth, and I was asking him questions, and he was saying he was in court. He don't know. He'll find out. And then he told me I could do it online, so I just did it online.
And Your Honor, I will say Ms. Haynes does want to resolve this case. She did.
Now this is the breaking point. The judge draws a firm line. You haven't tested, you didn't appear, you didn't comply. It's more than just procedural failure, it's about accountability. Colette's story has gaps, and even if her health scare is real, her lack of follow-up speaks volumes in court. Notice how the judge shifts from inquiry to judgment tits, subtle but firm. No more grace, no more wiggle room. This is the system's way of saying, excuses won't cut it forever. Would you have ruled the same way at this point?
Steps to take care of the bench warrant and to get the case back on track. So she's just hoping for another opportunity.
She's hearing a drug case. Since the beginning of the case, she hasn't tested.
Understood, Your Honor.
I hadn't tested, Your Honor, because I didn't know that I could just, by me missing mine, I didn't know that I could just go walk back in. I thought I needed another referral. Or I would have went over there and walked in and
It's
tested.
not as though you didn't have an attorney, whether it be the previous attorney, whether it be Ms. Foster Tucker, to tell you what you could do regarding community corrections, if anything. But, you know, you didn't abide by community corrections. You didn't appear in court. You get the court thing cleared up, but then you had the other thing. And I still, from the time of year, I don't have a test on you.
I can go take one today. I can go over there right now when I leave here. But I just need to know, am I
You want to
assigned?
say, I will adjourn her probable cause conference to October 30th, 2025, 9 a.m. Anything you want to say before I send you on the violation?
No, sir.
Well, at this point, she's not complied with everything. I'm going to revoke her bond, sentence her to 7 days, Washington County Jail. Defendant's remanded.
Is there a way that I can get somebody? I have my daughter here with me,
Ma'am, you probably shouldn't have done that.
but she only had a half a day of school today.
Ma'am,
Come on this way.
they'll figure it out.
Okay. Then you give her this.
Yep, I'll give it. One back.
Ma'am, go with my bailiff now. Now.
Your Honor,
And just
I
like
was
that,
contacting the
the bond is
attorney, and when I was
revoked.
contacting
7
the
days in
attorney, she
Washtenaw
was telling
County
me that
Jail.
she didn't even.
This
well,
wasn't
it
just
a
about
he.
missing a
I
meeting.
didn't.
It
Wasn't
was
even
about
her.
failing to
It was
engage
a
with
whole
the court's
different
process.
attorney. I
From
had.
health complications to attorney
We
confusion,
were texting back
Colette's
and forth,
case
and
is
I
a
was
reminder
asking
of
him
how the
questions,
justice
and he
system
was saying he was
operates
in
on
court. He
structure
don't know.
end.
He'll find
If you
out.
fall out of line,
And then
the
he told me I could
consequences
do it
come quick.
online, so I just
In the
did it
judge's
online.
eyes, she had time. She had options.
and Your
and she
Honor, I will
chose
say,
poorly.
Ms. Haynes does
If you
want
found this
to
case as shocking as
resolve
we
this
did,
case. She
make
did,
sure to hit that like button,
she
share
did
your
make
thoughts in the comments,
steps to
and don't
take
forget to
care of the
subscribe
bench
for more
warrant and to get the
jaw-dropping
case back
courtroom
on track. So
breakdowns.
she's just
You won't
hoping
want to miss
for
the next one.
another